the latest technology, and the largest team of 5 meteorologists. News 12 First Alert Weather on your side.
Are you turning 65 soon?
.com! Closed captioning for News 12 is brought to you by Kenneth Nugent. From the station that's on your side, this is News 12 at 6 o'clock.
Tonight, we are digging deeper into the developers behind North Augusta's largest planned project ever, spanning more than 1,300 acres. What we found coming up. But first, you probably hear a lot about scams targeting you or older adults, but the FBI is sending a warning to parents about sextortion scams targeting your kids.
And it's scary. The FBI says in Georgia, cases like these doubled from 21 last year to 50 through 6 months of this year. Our Claire Allen joins us live now in the studio. And Claire, how much of an issue is this for us right here at home?
Since October 2020, the Child Enrichment Center says there have been 21 confirmed cases of sexual exploitation of children in Richmond County alone. The FBI says sextortion can reach just about anyone, and the main form of recruitment is right in the palm of your hand.
Once it's out there, it's out there. You can't bring it back.
GBI agent Charles Kicklighter says just one click on your cell phone can introduce your child into a different world.
These apps like Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, and use pictures. They basically steal pictures of other teenagers and portray themselves as teens to gain friendship and start a relationship with other children.
The FBI says it's seen an increase in reports of adults posing as young girls, preying on teenage boys through social media for pictures, then threatening to post the pictures unless the victim gives them money. A crime agent Kicklighter says can carry a life sentence in prison.
I've worked cases where I've had children as young as 7, 8 that were online and, were propositioned and asked to send a video, which the child doesn't know the seriousness.
Signs your child might be a victim could be distancing themselves from people, spending more time on their cell phones, being secretive, but especially having unexplained money or new items. Kicklighter says many cases go unreported because of shame and embarrassment.
So, there's no telling how many people have become victims that don't report it.
Now, parents, if you feel that your child might be a victim of sextortion, the GBI says don't delete the chats or contacts in their phones. Investigators will want to see the phone, which can often be a roadmap back to the person who is threatening your child.
Some good advice on a difficult topic to discuss. Thanks for that warning, Claire. New this evening, the Richmond County Sheriff's Office says a man was taken to the hospital after a shooting at Sandwiches that's on Columbia Nitrogen Road. Deputies say it happened at around 11 or so this morning. We're told a woman is in custody tonight. Right now, deputies are not releasing her name or the victim's name. They do say the victim does not have life-threatening injuries. Continuing coverage now on the Simon Powell missing man case in Burke County. Deputies say they are in the process of draining a pond that they've been searching the past couple of days. They say that draining should be finished by tonight. Tomorrow, they hope they can start looking through that area. So far, the Sheriff's Office has arrested Mitchell Lambert, and Stacy Welch in the case. Both are charged with murder, armed robbery, and kidnapping. We'll keep you updated as deputies continue their search.
Taking a look outside, a lot of cloud cover out there, and we are begging for some of that cloud cover to cool us off a little bit, Riley.
I know. We'll have a look at the rest of the week's forecast in just about 10 minutes.
All right, thanks, Riley. North Augusta is in the middle of plans to redevelop more than 1,300 acres. It's the largest planned development to ever hit the city, bringing thousands of homes, businesses, and more.
But some are questioning the company leading this project. What we found is that the group some online thought was behind it no longer has a part in it. Our Will Rio joins us now live in the newsroom. And Will, can you explain exactly who is in charge here?
Yeah, so this got really confusing today. We reached out to the Divine Group, who some thought was leading the charge on this massive project in North Augusta. After some sorting out, we found that Hunter 34 LLC is the company in charge of this project. It bought the bought the project from Divine Group that now tells us it has no part in any of this. Meanwhile, the new developer says this development is going to put Aiken County on the map. The Highland Springs development will span over these 1,300 acres of land in North Augusta.
This is the largest undeveloped tract of land in the city limits of North Augusta.
It's said to be a potential home for thousands, with hundreds of homes and large apartment complexes, along with businesses and much more in the area.
Just to put it in perspective, I mean, the A portions up on the northern tip of the property, that's about 300 acres, which is, almost twice the size of Hammond's Ferry.
Some on the North Augusta 2020 Facebook group have been asking questions about just who's behind the development. Divine Group LLC was the original developer that bought the property. Its role in all of this was site selection last year, early talks with the city, and preliminary planning. About halfway through, they brought developer John Beeson with Hunter 34 LLC on board. Hunter 34 LLC then bought the property from Divine Group and plans to partner with NAHH LLC. The plan includes using 1,000 acres east of I-520 for mixed-use residential. The other 300 acres will be used as commercial land. Hunter 34 LLC says past projects include 150 subdivisions and over 3,000 lots per year, and that it's created the largest development community in the upstate. And tonight, North Augusta Council has a study session for this project. Adjacent to the property, an elementary school is already under construction. And next week, Council is scheduled to vote a second time moving that project forward.
A lot of moving parts in a project that scale. Will, thanks for breaking some of that down for us. Some other big items on the agenda tonight in North Augusta, an update on Riverside Village. Those are the empty lots sitting on prime riverfront spots right near the SRP ballpark they're talking about. Plans to develop them have been in the works for years. Earlier this year, the city gave the owners a little more time to get the projects going instead of auctioning off the properties. City leaders also discussing tonight a Riverside boat dock near the 13th Street Bridge. That meeting is going on right now, so we'll have more on what they discussed right here on News 12 at 11.
A heads up for drivers in Columbia County at Appling Harlem Highway and I-20. If you are trying to turn left onto I-20 eastbound from Appling Harlem Highway, you now need to drive down to Pumpkin Center, the roundabout there, and loop around. Officials say the 2-mile detour will stay in place until around September or so. When that project is done, the Appling Harlem Road exit will have a new bridge and roundabouts at the terminals there. Evans is the heart of one of Georgia's fastest growing counties. These are the drawings showing what exactly is going on behind the fairly new Columbia County Performing Arts Center.
It is part of the new Downtown Evans project they've been trying to build from the ground up, featuring a couple of local businesses to bring more foot traffic to that area. Our Nick Veland live behind the Columbia County Performing Arts Center, where construction is already underway. So Nick, how's it looking? How far have they gotten?
Yeah, they've gotten pretty far. A lot of different stuff going on. We were here this morning, got to see the construction crews out there. They have cleared out there, but again, a lot has been going on. And the development behind me, where it's looking to become the Evans District Society Center, is continuing just to move along as the end goal to centralize downtown Evans is picking up, and the investor behind it is just hoping for something new.
We like the area. We've been in Evans for 15 years. The downtown Evans area has not really been developed with all the stores that we like.
John Mojeskill is one of the investors for the Evans Society Center. He wanted to get in on the action for downtown Evans. It all started with just a coffee shop, but turned into more.
One of the things that was missing was a genuine coffee store that formed our own investment group and actually turned it into a larger project after we went into the financials of it.
A bigger project with more room, which will be filled with local businesses like Mirror and Fusion Kitchen, Space Yoga Studio, and Goat Kick Coffee Company. They wanted to go to this central location that has the Performing Arts Center and soon to be an apartment complex.
Now everyone will be able to experience our coffee, and we worked really hard, especially Natalie, with roasting and figuring out what new blends everyone will like, and then we're going to bring it to such a central place
2023. March 1st is the main goal. We are now laying our foundation for the buildings, and we'll be going vertical here the next week or two.
And John did say that the end date could be moved back due to supply chain issues, but as of now, it's so far so good as construction crews continue to get work done.
We're excited to see all of that growth and all the excitement coming for Evans. Nick, thanks for showing us around there. Happening right now, a school supply giveaway at the Columbia County Exhibition Center at 6 o'clock on Friday. In Augusta, there's another giveaway. That is at the May Park Community Center from 11 to 1. And Sunday, another at the James Brown Arena from 10 to 1. We have a list of school supply drives up on our website for you, wrdw.com.
Peach Jam is a wrap, but performances by these athletes are going to stick in coaches' minds for a while. The best from our area coming up. Riley?
Well, we hit mid-90s this afternoon, thinking upper 90s later into the week. Forecast after the break.
It is the merriest time of the year, at least for the assisted living community at Brandon Wild. Today, they had their Christmas in July celebration. One of the highlights was their spiked frozen hot chocolate.
Well, it already sounds like my kind of party. Looks like they know how to have a good time over there, but they said they had a blast. They're always coming up with something creative for this fun crowd, but it certainly did not feel like Christmas in July, Riley. It was blazing hot.
Yeah, you just gotta switch the numbers around. We had a high of 94, so just switch them around.
There we go.
Degrees. There you go. Christmas time for us here in the CS, all right? But definitely not feeling like Christmas time by any we've seen so far this season.
On your sideline, sports brought to you by the Hawk Law Group.
Well, Peach Jam may have come and gone, but we can't stop talking about our local talent, and neither can they. The list of Peach Jam's best are out, and it's filled with CSRA talent. In 16U, Augusta Christian's Elijah Crawford from the Skill Factory made the cut. The point guard collected 53 points off the glass throughout the whole tournament. His name sits next to teammate Isaiah Evans. In 17, Westside's Kalen Hudson made the list with Alabama Fusion. He went 39 for 77 from the field, racking up an average of 14 points per game. He marked down 5 double-doubles.
It's fun. It's a dream come true because who wouldn't want to play in the Black Division? Like, and once I got that phone call, I was very excited because I was eager to get here and ready to play. We know what each one of us can do, so that makes it easier for everybody else.
Hudson will be playing in Las Vegas next for the Circuit's Hidden Gems camp. News out of Atlanta. Braves outfielder Adam Duvall is expected to miss the rest of the season with a left wrist injury. The vet will have season-ending surgery to repair a torn tendon sheath in his left wrist. Duvall suffered the injury right after hitting the outfield wall against the Angels.
All right, thanks for that, Alyssa. Coming up, over the last year, the Jamestown Community Center has been sort of overshadowed by charges against former Commissioner Sammy Sias. Coming up, what the community says it needs from that center.
The Live by Camera Network.
That right now, the Augusta City website says the community center is run by the Sandridge Community Association. Upcoming improvements planned, including a lighted walking track, lighted basketball court, and a new multi-purpose field. Well, we're looking into those as well. We will try to get more on the story coming up.
New today, a tractor-trailer driver is now in jail charged in a deadly crash from last month. The Harlem Police Department says it happened on Appling-Harlem Highway, not too far from Old Union Road and Fairview Drive. Police say Christina Richardson was driving north on the highway when she hit a car, which then hit another pickup, causing it to roll over. Officers say the passenger of the pickup was taken to the hospital but died on July 15th. Richardson is charged with homicide by vehicle following too closely, operating an unregistered vehicle, driving with an expired license, and driving without a license.
Well, it is only Monday, but we can always look towards the weekend, and this weekend looks a little bit hotter for us. Mid-90s and continued chance for a few afternoon storms. Another look at radar for you, and that 7 day just after the break.
Like and follow News